All right, what we got? What we got? What we got? What's up? What's up? Somebody say something. Let me know if you can hear. If you can hear me. I'm gonna try to turn this music off.
You good.
All right, bet. All right. All right, well, we got three people in there. I'm gonna chill for a sec. So we got some updates to this to the Superstar and X Factor shit that we decided to try to put out there to help everybody out. All right, let's see. Let me get back over here. Let me go into the franchise. I feel like I'm too late. All right. One sec. I'm trying to pull this shit up. All right. So I'm gonna go. The people can watch this joint back. I ain't gonna make people wait. All right. So basically, y'all know that we have Superstar and X Factor changing capabilities turned off. Right. So no one, not even commissioners can change the X Factor or Superstar abilities. So in doing that, the first change we made, as we're always as a commission crew, trying to make the league better, make it make sense, in certain ways for everybody, right? So we turned up the amount of X Factors and Superstars, I believe, that we can have from the default level, because last year people were getting them and losing them, and they're still going to get them and lose them, but I guess we're allowing more in. Some commissioners wanted it higher. Some commissioners didn't want it moved at all. So we met in the middle. We moved it up. So that helped. We've seen a few more people pick up Superstar and X Factor. So now the next thing that we're looking at is, throughout the last season, we had some people come to us, and including commissioners, about a couple of things with regards to Superstar and X Factor players that have locked abilities. So with them having locked abilities, let's say, for instance, let's take, just use myself as an example. Say I have a middle linebacker that has, two abilities. He's a 90-something overall middle linebacker. So at 90-something overall, you should have two abilities unlocked. At that point, with those two abilities being unlocked, I should have two superstar abilities. Well, we have in some cases, some people have that situation. So let's say I have that situation, but my second ability is still locked. So we looked at that as being unfair because if I'm, let's say off got a middle linebacker and, he got both of his are unlocked as they should be, right? Then that means me as an owner, that mine should be unlocked as well. So that was a dilemma that we were running into. We have owners with abilities that are locked that should be unlocked. And so after kind of not moving on it last year, we reacted to it again, here in the past couple of days. And, we voted to decide that we are going to allow that second, third, or whatever ability it is that's locked and supposed to be unlocked. We're going to allow those abilities to be unlocked. There's some caveats with it. I'll go further into it. The other thing that we looked at that was brought up too was you got some commissioners, you got some people, not commissioners, but you got some people. When we're looking at this, let's say the purpose of us turning off you all being able to change the fucking abilities, we didn't want everybody having, inside stuff or, all the bullshit ones, right? So we just didn't want everybody to gravitate toward the same shit. And so, last Madden, we turned them bitches off. So with this situation here where things are locked, we had to figure out how to do that because even the people who are lucky enough to have both of their shits unlocked, they didn't get to choose them. Right? They didn't get to go in there and choose those abilities. They were still given to them by the game. And so what we're going to do is for those people who have them locked and they should be unlocked, and we know who should and shouldn't be unlocked, we can look at it. We know the overalls that are required. We're going to put your player. So let's say off, you got a middle linebacker. And that middle linebacker shit is locked. He's a 90 overall. So we're going to get that middle linebacker. I don't know if this is going to show up. If it don't show up, I'm not going to keep jimmying with it. I just want to see if y'all can see this. The PlayStation camera's kind of trash. You can't see it, so it don't matter. So what I have here is I got a random picker. And I'm going to screen record all the random shit, even though I don't feel the need to because I know I ain't doing no fucking bad shit to nobody, but you got people gonna cry. So I have a random picker here, and so for instance, you got that middle linebacker that has that second ability that's locked and it should be unlocked. I'm gonna go to the random picker. I have a section on this joint that's middle linebacker 2, right? So that means middle linebacker second ability. I got all the abilities inside of the. I'll do some screenshots in the chat. I got all the middle linebacker abilities that fall under that second one. In there, I got all the requirements to get each and every one of them. I'm going to hit the button. It's going to give you an ability. I'm going to go change your player to that ability. That's that. You don't get to choose. You don't get to say, I don't want it. If you want your player considered for that ability, then we're going to have a channel. You're just going to post that player, right? You're going to take and post that player in that channel, and I'm going to grab it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to screen record it, he's going to get his ability, and we're going to keep it pushing. Now, this isn't a lot of work for you all. It's going to be a lot of work for me, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and do it because I want to make sure, we as a commission crew want to make sure that this rolled out and is rolled out properly, right? So all you got to do, if you have a player, like I'm going to show you Rick. I think I can show Rick. First of all, let me change this real quick. Let me change this setting. League. So with that being the case right there, right, so we can go down to manage roster. We're going to go to Rick team because I know Rick got one. Actually, yeah, I think Rick got one. And we're gonna go down to what player is that, Rick? Which one of them motherfuckers is locked? Is it commit? Right. All right. So commit. Right. Let me see something for a minute. See 95. Let me see tight end shit. Let me look at my thing real quick. Tight end ability 2. So commit should have, if he has 85 and vert, let's see. So what you'll have to do, he won't. So what you'll all have to do, you see his shit was locked. It's supposed to be open, right? So I'm gonna go back to my team real quick. So you'll see what you all are gonna have to send. I'm gonna have to post inside of the channel that's going to be created. You're gonna have to go to your player. You're gonna have to go to NFL roster. Go to your player, and let's just assume that McLaurin has one of his abilities locked. So let's say his second one is locked. What you're going to have to do is go in here and show us which ones are locked and unlocked for you. And then that way we're going to go to that player. So like commit for Rick. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So for commit, let's see, Bears. Tight end. That's not tight end. Tight end. So for commit, right? We're gonna go in here, click on this, and these are the 3 or 4 that he's able to get.
Did you give those tables back? Those long tables?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the ones that he should be able to open for his second one.
Get that second ability on T until that second one at 85.
No, so that's not always the case, but it's not always. That's not always the case. I'll explain that later. But so right here are all the ones that he should. So this guy should have one of these abilities, but as you all saw, he doesn't have one, right? And the only reason it's letting me go in here now because I opened it up to allow a commissioner to come and pick an ability. So we don't want everybody to be able to go in here and change their ability. This is why we're going to do random. So I'm going to do a randomizer, and then he's going to get, once one of these 5 come up, he gets to choose one of those 5. And at that point, it's a done deal. Now, as you see, these other ones, spin cycle, it opens up when he's at an 85 vertical threat. So if he's an 85 vertical threat tight end, if his overall for vertical threat, not his overall as a player, his overall for vertical threat, then this would be open. But obviously when you go and you upgrade your players and it shows you those different types, he's not an 85 or above for vertical threat. So if he wanted to do his right now, this is what's going to happen. He's going to come in here and he's going to have these 4 to work with. So for Rick, I would probably be like, hey, cuz, just wait till you get, your overalls or whatever up to a certain thing so you can have a chance at all of these. All right, you'll have a chance to get all of those. So this is how we're going to do it. He's supposed to, as you all see, he's supposed to have this open. But it's not open because of some little glitch with the game. And so it's not fair that he doesn't have that open to choose from. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing with all of y'all. Again, people don't like change. People don't like, doing shit. The shit is simple. There's nothing hard about it. All you're going to do is tell me the player that his shit is locked. You're going to have to show me a picture. You're going to post a picture because right here, when you post this picture, it's a plus sign for me. But for you, it would be a lock. So if you show me that motherfucker's locked, I'm going to go to that player. I'm going to click the plus sign. I'm going to see what's available. I'm going to hit the randomizer. I'm going to assign the ability. Simple as that. That shit takes all of fucking 2 minutes. So there's nothing difficult about it, nothing confusing about it, nothing hard about it. You're going to post your player. I'm going to go to the player. I'm going to randomize. I'm going to assign, and I'm going to move on. That's it. Nothing hard for you all. Nothing hard at all. Now, that's for the locked ones, right? That's for everybody that got their shit locked. For the people that got
wide receivers, quarterbacks, halfbacks, and tight ends, because I think we said, well, you can't move tight ends position. I got to look at it. But for the people who can't move, so for instance, Raul was moving. He would move a right end to D tackle because it's an allowed move, and he's a superstar X factor. We allow that one move at one time. He moves him, and he can get a fucking different joint that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't like what he had as a right end. He can move that motherfucker to a defensive tackle and get new shit. Well, again, when you're looking at that shit, that's not fair for somebody who has a quarterback, a wide receiver, or a halfback, especially those three mainly, and then tight ends too, because you don't have any way you can move them, because quarterback can't move, wide receiver can't move, and halfback can't move, can't edit the position. What's up, dog? Okay, I'm going right now. It's under league news, right? Yeah, right here. Ah, bet. Yeah. Good shit. Thanks. That make that fuck yeah. That make that shit go way faster. Go to Bears. Okay, right. Broncos. Okay. So he's good. He's good. He's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. So when I go click on him and go to edit player, go to abilities. There you go. All right, thanks, appreciate that. So that's even easier. Bet. So yeah, and Dale just showed me, right, go through. I can go this route, and we can see. So we can see that shit easier. So I can get directly to the person. And again, when I click on him, it's going to show he has all these shits unlocked, but he doesn't have an ability. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomize. It's going to pull one, and he's going to get an ability, which is fair because you have some people with tight ends that got both of their shits unlocked. So what I was getting into now is that the quarterback, halfback, and running backs, since they can't move positions for people to kind of beat the system and get another, ability like a D tackle or cornerback or a linebacker, we're going to allow you all a one-time, hey, I want to randomize my abilities for that position. So, and the reason being, because you have some people here, like I'll use myself as an example. I got a fucking wide receiver that has bulldozer or some shit, right? So if he was a cornerback with something I didn't want, I can really move his position and get that shit changed. As a wide receiver, I can't. So we're going to allow you. So let's say I got wrecking ball. We're going to say, all right, LJ, you can go on this motherfucker. We're going to randomize that X factor, and whatever you get, you get. Here's the thing. Whatever you get, you stuck with. You can't be like, oh, no, I want to keep wrecking ball. Or, you know what I'm saying, say you got first one free, which is pretty good, but you want to try to change it to something else. If you tell us you want to change that bitch, you got to change that bitch. It's going to change, and whatever you get random, you're going to get random. Every randomizer will be pulled. So if anybody has questions, I'm not going to post every fucking screen record I do. But anybody who thinks there's something fishy going on and they want to pull a particular randomizer for your team, then we'll do that. The commissioners will see them all, whichever ones they want to see. But individually, y'all, if you want to think I just jimmied your shit, somebody who got some weird idea that I would do something to them, if you want to see the screen recorded, you can see the screen recorded if you put a player in it. And that's that. So this is what we're going to do. It's probably take place from now until, sometime for the season start or whenever. For real, I don't care because I have a database built in here now that I can go randomize this shit whenever. But you only get one randomization. So once you post that player and it's randomized, I'll have a running list of that shit. So you won't be able to, try to sneak back in next season and get the same player randomized or anything like that. Also, what we're going to do is this randomization shit is only going to be one time per player. So if that fucking player go to another team, then it's just going to be what it's going to be. Because then that's going to get into, hey, damn, was he this team or that team? I'm not going to do all that. So once he's randomized one time, that's it. We're not going to randomize him for another team or anything of that nature. So that's just, that's our way of trying to help out Fix. So there you have it. I'm going to create the channel. You post the player. that you want done, and we'll move from there.